This week's nap time knowledge is all about smear tests. Yay! I hear you cheering.
Hi there.
Mom.
Hi.
But I'm not going to beat around the bush because I know from first-hand experience how important it is to have your smear test done regularly, because at the grand old age of 21 I had an abnormal one. But also possibly equally as importantly as that, my mum's life work has been HPV, which is the human papillomavirus, and in almost all cases that ultimately leads to cervical cancer.
You mentioned HPV.
Getting told off from my mum already. First thing I want to say though to you guys, if you've not had a smear test done, and I know a lot of you are mums, so you've had loads of exams down there, but for some reason smear tests freak people out. And I want to say, I don't think it's scary. I mean, it's not like it's a massively pleasant experience. It's not going to a spa or anything, but it's better for your health. Cervical cancer is one of the most common cancers in young women. That's why it's so important. But having said that, going for your smear isn't a cancer test as such, which I think is something that does sort of freak people out. But if it's not a cancer test, what's the point in having it done, Mum?
Okay, well, what we call a smear test is really a screening test to prevent cancer.
Okay.
As the sample detects abnormal cells, and those abnormal cells are an indicator that cancer could develop if they're not dealt with quickly enough.
So like for me, even when I got an abnormal one, it was more that they had to be dealt with. It didn't mean that I was going to get cervical cancer.
Absolutely, that's right.
How important is it to have a smear test done?
Okay, as I mentioned, really, these abnormal cells are an early indicator, and the more often you go for your regular smear, then the easier it is to develop to see the very first changes.
So if you're really nervous about going to have one done, by not going, you could actually be making it worse.
You could indeed. And these days, most cases of cervical cancer occur in the UK occur in women who have not gone for their smears.
I was 21 when I had mine, but what age should you start getting?
Okay, you'll get your first invitation when you're 25, and that's true across the UK now.
But that's changed.
Yeah. Any of your Scottish viewers will say, oh, I went for my first one at 20. Last year it changed to 25. Okay. And it's 3 years until you're 50, and then every 5 years if you have a normal result.
Okay.
And we're really lucky in the UK because you get an automatic invitation. You
should like an invite to a party. Yeah. So the ins and outs of a smear test. First of all, there is a speculum involved, which sounds scarier than it actually is. It's a bit weird, but it's fine. Hands up who's had a bikini wax. Oh, Dad. Definitely not any scarier to go for a smear test. And if you're feeling a wee bit nervous about it still, there are a few things that can help. Wear a skirt so you're not, you know, taking all your clothes off when you go into an examination room. The second is you can take a pal, take a friend along with you if you want moral support. I mean, you go to the toilet together, so why not go for smears together too? And finally, the last thing I would say is just relax, because the more nervous you are, the more tense you are, the more uncomfortable it's probably going to be. So just go for your smear, because I'm not even kidding, although I have been kidding a wee bit, but I'm not kidding, it might save your life.
Go!
My mum told you to do it and you don't want to annoy her. That's a mum word with my mum.